Oh, I think I'm in. I think I'm streaming. I think I'm streaming to the interwebs right now. Um, Excellent. Love excellent. That's good. Let's see how this looks real quick. I think I'm streaming. I think I'm streaming to the interwebs right now. I am streaming to the interwebs. Excellent. This is excellent. Okay, good. I'll put you on a lower quality. Actually, I don't need to. The computer wasn't made in like 2010. I can just mute it. Play it in the background. Um, okay, everybody. So, I'm streaming for the first time in forever. A few things you might noticed. I actually have a proper monitor now since the last time I streamed. I don't stream much, so if you're checking my streams, then I guess don't. But for my videos, I do have a better microphone now. I have some $60 fine one I found off of Amazon with a really, truly shitty stand it came with. But it's working, so I'm not going to complain. Ish. It's working ish, and I'm not going to complain. Ish. I should probably move you up a bit more. Speak of the devil. Going over. It's my IRL name, by the way. My name is not Talking Luck in real life, if you can believe it. Okay, I'm just trying to maneuver my microphone right now. So yeah, mainly test my microphone. We got the chat on the right. Let's go ahead and give that a quick test by typing in it. Test. Skadoosh. There it is. There's the chat. So if I just have the stream open in my other window, or OBS, it'd probably be better because it already has my connection quality. That's probably the move I'll make. The skibbity I'll make. So today we're working on a game me and my friends have been working on called Micker Mouse. Micker Mouse is this stream. What is it now? Oh, don't show that on my main monitor. The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Well, of course it is. Of course it would be. Why? That's not nice. I don't like... Skibbity. This is not skibbity, guys. Maybe it's my video encoder. That's not overloading, is it? Let me check my task manager. Performance. I'm at 30% right now. That's fine. Might be my internet. I do have really good internet, though. Whatever. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I guess it's just going to look incredibly terrible and annoying. But today, I'm the programmer of this game, meaning it's my job to program it. Obviously, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm going to update Studio first. I don't remember where I left off. It's been a few days since I worked on it. But I believe we're still working on the AI, which is probably what's going to take the longest. I have two main scripts that I've been working on. They're taking the longest. The player model script was the first one I made. That is like, your sprinting, your first person, your animations, all that stuff is contained within the player model. Ish. There's a few subsidiaries. It's a fancy word, subsidiaries. AI is controlled by two main scripts. The AI script is probably the most populated one. Jesus, I'm talking so fancy. I'm turning on my microphone a little bit. Looks like it's redlining. Or actually, I could probably just turn that, because I have it plugged into my microphone. I could probably just turn it down in here, and it will probably sound a little bit better when I get close to it, because I have it really close to my face. And where the AI script also has a local function, just handles everything client-sided, which is going to be important. So I need a thumbnail real quick, so I'm going to grab one for the stream. GUI overlay, we can turn you off, and I literally always turn this thing off. I literally have no idea how it turns itself back on. Okay. We're about to make an excellent thumbnail. A very good one. A very good thumbnail here. Mick. Okay. Scary. I need some arrows pointing into it. Classic style for me. Classic. This is not actually how I make my thumbnails, by the way. I use a program called Paint.net when I make my thumbnails, which makes it marginally better. I need to put... Yeah, there we go. It's just so you can see it. It's kind of hard to see without it. Alright, let's go ahead and upload that to the interwebs. Edit. Customization. Or don't, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Change it from the random flute lady to my high quality thumbnail. Sure, everyone's gonna love that. Jesus Christ. Okay. How delayed is the stream, you think? It's not that much more delayed. It is a little bit. I just have noticeably a little bit, right? Unfortunately, nothing I can really do about that. Actually, maybe there is something I can do about that. Is it automatically set within the open broadcasting software? I hope it isn't. Hope it isn't. Ooh, there we go. Hope. Yeah, there. Hope it isn't. If you have no idea what that was, then just don't worry about it. Stream. Ignore. Let's set it to 3,500. That's our bit rate now. 3,500. Hopefully it likes that. I said hopefully it likes that. I said hopefully it likes that. It's me smashing my desk. I don't know why, but it doesn't like that apparently. Alright, whatever. I tried. Hope maybe I'll get better. It says about 3,500 megabits per second. But it's disagreeing for some reason with YouTube. Alright, let's start. So what we're working on today was something. Let's just play the game first to see where we're at. I have to do test and start because of some issue with replication. Nothing I can do about it. I need to shake around the server a bit to get its juices flowing. And then Jesus, I'm never saying that shit again. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in here. Mickey's bones. Oh, said Mickey. That 'tis not fair, but oh, said the driver, I do not care. Mickey on a oh my god, I found him. Jesus, sorry about that. Found Mickey Mouse. Which way do you guys think he went? Did he go this way? Yes! So if you look at him, he chases you. Alright? But if you look away from, or if you look at him, if you don't, it doesn't matter if you look at him or not. See, if I look away from him, it's fine. But as soon as I look at him, it kind of retracts my view. But when I look away, it doesn't set it back. Okay, I need to check my fog end, which is what we're modifying here. See, my fog end is 0.693. That's because I'm right next to Mickey, and it changes depending on my distance to him. But if I run away, you can see it's not really changing. It is changing, actually. Okay, it's changing right here. If I look at him, it changes to the distance between us. But if I look away from him, it's not, but it should be changing to the maximum distance allocated. And that should be 100 studs. So if we go down here to the script, I'll kind of walk through what it does. We're talking about the do fog event. I think that's what it's called. Down the gullet. Alright. Oh, the microphone went red. No, now it's purple. It's blue now. It's great. Anyway. Okay, can I toggle it? I can. If I click it, it changes modes. But if I hold it... Oh, that's cool. No, it's actually a pretty good microphone. Anyway. This is the fog management system. Basically, Micker Mouse's, and I click that button. Jesus fucking Christ, I didn't mean to click that. Micker Mouse's model has a few different parts to it, and I should be looking at OBS instead. Yeah, the bitrate returns to normal. That's good. I think it's because I changed it. See, Micker Mouse's model has quite a few things. We, of course, have his actual model, which is not made by me. It's made by my friend, by the way. Most models in here were not made by me. Somewhere, though. It has a few things. Sounds, which is their sounds, which are automatically apparent to the root part by when the script initializes. The look triggers. These are separate parts that are look triggers. Basically, if I select them all, you can't see it, but if I make them visible, that was the wrong property, you fucking idiot. These are look triggers. Basically, when you look at the center of any of these parts, it triggers or distriggers a look trigger. That's very important. If I just put a look trigger here, all right, if only this trigger, like if these two side triggers were gone, then this would count as me not looking at Mickey Mouse, since I'm not looking at the center of the trigger. Same for this, and even the same for this, because only the very center point is considered, because we're not actually looking at the part, but looking at its position. But if I do this, we see we have much more parts, so it's much harder to be looking at Mickey Mouse without looking at one of the parts. Though I do think it is still technically possible. This is scalable, upable. Great word there. Meaning I could put as many. If I were to just add another look part, then it would just slot right in because I'm super duper smart and made the script work really nicely. I'm just kidding. This code is actually horrible. So basically, what's happening is this function right here. Where is it? Do look check takes a parts folder, which is a folder of parts to consider, which would be the look triggers folder here. It takes seen function and unseen function. Basically, it sets up a look trigger. When you're looking at it, it fires this code right here. If you're not looking at it, it fires this code. You can see here. In the on-scene, it calculates the magnitude, which is basically the distance between the monster and you, and it's changing the fog to be that level. However, oh, did I catch it? That none seen fog level. None seen fog level. I think it passes that. None seen. Yes, none seen fog level is triggered. So we send unseen fog level and it changes the fog to monster constant, none seen fog level at the tween speed. Interesting. So it should be working. However, it's not. Why? Okay, let's do this. Print unseen fired. That's going to tell us whenever that's happening. So if I go to test and start the simulation. Can't but notice nobody's in the stream. I don't know why y'all hate me. It's a very good stream. Probably should scale down the chat a bit. That's the intro animation, by the way. I forgot to address it. That's cool. I know. Made it myself. Ooh, the green light looks good on this microphone. Okay, let's head over to Micker Mouse. This is the wrong way. Don't worry about the flashlight being able to see itself. That's something I'll fix. Like everything else that's broken. Alright, Micker Mouse should be over here. And of course, he's like literally right behind the damn wall. You would be, wouldn't he? I think this way is how I have to go. I did not make this maze, in case you're wondering. Jesus, why is this such a convoluted route? How do I get to him? I'm running out of stamina. Bottom right corner. Or bottom left corner, Jesus Christ. Picking stones down came the shit. Is it doing what I think it's doing? I think I know what it might be doing. I think... Is there music playing in the background? Well, there is for me, but the microphone can't hear it. It's firing the on-scene and on-unseen events at the same time, I think. Let's check if that's the case. While loop, if it is in the screen, then else unseen. Oh no. Nope. 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 The fog's cancel. We want to change it to the... no, actually, no, that's right. We do want it to be the old fog level. We should probably print the old fog level too. Do you guys like if I put my microphone closer to my keyboard? Like ASMR. Hold on, you won't be able to hear me really well for a minute. Why? What is that high-pitched sound? Is that the... Oh my god. I think you're hearing the electromagnetic what's it called? I think you're hearing the magnetic field around my keyboard. Oh my god. That's my keyboard's electric field. Oh, you can't really hear it. I can hear it pretty clearly though. Yeah, it happens most of the time aiming right at the charger. Or like the part where it plugs into the computer. The USB-C part. It's so strange. Let's just see how it sounds anyway. It's so weird. Oh my god, that's actually kind of scary. Okay. That's kind of satisfying. Would you guys rather this? I don't know. I want to see how it sounds. It's so weird. Oh my god, that's actually kind of scary. It's not that much better. Or it's not better. It's actually worse. Which is why. Well, back over to me. I don't have an electromagnetic field. Actually, I do. Everyone does. Your little brain sparks generate electricity. That's how that works. Don't question me. I am a biologist, by the way. I have a degree in biological. Okay. Anyway, let's try this out. Let's give it a shot. Kapow. Actually, probably not. What? Print on scene. Jesus fucking Christ. On scene fired. Ka-chow! But you weren't expecting that one, pal. That one came right out of the blue. Wow, the blue. I knew you were gonna say that shit. Oh, shit. Ka-chow. Ka-pow. Ka-chow. I do not care. Mickey the Mouse. Micker Mouse. What? Why did he just like jump into the air? What the fuck was that? Okay, so unseen is fired. But if I look away. Okay, so that's not possible. On-scene and unseen. I get it. I cracked the code, guys. And I think you guys might get it too. What's happening is when I'm looking at only one of these triggers, say I'm looking at this one, the problem is it triggers this one, but also triggers the unseen event for both of these, so that they're both all running at the same time. So we have to make sure, we want to make sure at least one of these are visible, and if, okay, well, that's going to be annoying. Okay, what we could do is so we need only one of these. If at least one of these is visible, if it's on screen, then scene function. What we could do is local found event, and the loop. We can do if it's in screen. No. And found equals false, then found equals true. So it only fires once, and then we could get this and put it out here, abstract it to the while function. The while function. That's a word. If not found, then there we go. That should fit the bill. Let's organize this. Publish it. and give it a go. Let's give it a go, chat. Ka-chow. Skip it. Skip it. Oh, skip it. Chin and broken Mickey's bones. Said Mickey, that is not fair. But oh, said the engine driver, I do not care. Down the hatch. You want to hear something cool? Watch this. You can't hear right now. Earlier you could hear my heartbeat. Don't worry about that. Yeah, don't need to worry about that part. It's fine. It was cool though. You missed it. I'm sorry. And broke Mickey's bones. Ouch, said Mickey. That is not fair. But oh, said... Oh, I forgot to turn off the transparency on his things. Mickey on a railway. Game the end. Broke Mickey's bones. Said Mickey, that is not fair. On seed fired. If I look. Okay. That's working. We got him, and then if we look away, then okay. Let me try something. Let me give something a go. Let's see how this works. Let me give something a go. I knew you were gonna say that shit over. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Oh my god, Oliver, shut the fuck up. What are you saying? Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Sorry about that. Ka-chow. Ka-pow. Skibbity slicers. Lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, it's tasty as hell. Oh, I forgot the rest of the lyrics. Something. La 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 lava. La 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 lava. La 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 la. La 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 lava. Chicken. I knew you were gonna say that shit. Where's the function? The change file function. Here it is. Print fog level. Kabil. Coley. La 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 lava. Chicken. Steve's lava chicken. You can have voice crack, another bill crack, another. Whoa, what the freak? Ka-chow. La 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 lava. Chicken. Ouch. That is not fair. That is not fair. Picking up stones. Game the engine. Mickey's bones. Yes. No. It's changing it to no. This is a bit of a head scratcher. Never saying that shit again. I'm sorry, guys. Monster constants.none seen fog level. Monster constants. None. Oh. None. Found the problem. This used to be a lowercase n. It literally might have been the entire problem. Let me get rid of the print here. I'm 99% sure that'll fix it. I swear to God that was the problem. That's insane. I did a single. This is why being careful when programming is so important. Because something as simple as that of giving a single letter on the wrong capitalization can completely break apart of a script. Ouch, said Mickey. That's not fair. But oh, said the engine driver, I don't care. Mickey on our railway picking up stones. Down came the engine and broke Mickey's bones. Now, said Mickey. Many on our passion store getting new bows. Okay. Is that Mickey from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? Is that Micker Mouse from the Micker Mouse Clubhouse? Micker. I said Micker, by the way. Starts with an M. MICKER MOUSE. I'm gonna make it -2. La 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 lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, it's tasty as hell. Something. Mickey on a railway picking up stones. Down came the engine and broke Mickey's bones. Ow, said Mickey. That is not fair. But I said the engine driver, I don't care. La 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 la, chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, it's tasty as hell. Okay, now we gotta make the jump scare. Luckily, I prepared quite a bit of this, and I already prepared all of the folder structure. So now we just gotta make it work. So let's kind of talk about how this is gonna work, how the jump scare is gonna work. It's gonna work a little bit different than you expect. What you would probably expect is when you get close enough, you get him, he kills you, and you respawn back at the start. That's what's gonna visually happen, kind of, but it's not. In the back end, here's what's gonna happen. When you get too close to Mickey, you'll hit his hitbox. It's something I think I defined, but I should probably redefine. Assuming he's chasing you and you hit, or not, assuming you hit his hitbox and he can draw a line to you, meaning you are within range of him, the kill sequence or jump scare sequence starts. What happens is your character doesn't get killed, but instead gets instantaneously teleported to another location, possibly somewhere like this, an offsite location, and you'll go there, and all your controls will be disabled, and your humanoid part will be anchored. Effectively, you cannot move, and you'll be sitting there. After that, your character will go into something called cutscene mode. Cutscene mode is also what's used at the beginning. Your character goes into cutscene mode, and in cutscene mode, your camera is unmoved. Your camera will be moved. Your camera is taken away from our character and will be teleported to the corresponding jump scare box. This one! And it looks stupid right now. That's because the lighting effects aren't applied. You see, the lighting effects will also be applied the second that this happens. So, you'll stay there for a minute, the jump scare sequence will happen, and after the jump scare sequence finishes, you'll get your little jump scare, and then you'll get teleported back to here. You'll start over back at the couch. Here's the rare jump scare sound, by the way. Found that in the Roblox marketplace, and I thought, you know what? We're keeping that. So we're gonna put that in the jump scares or the Mickey sounds folder, or probably in the jump scare sound effects. scare sounds. Jump scare. This is the normal jump scare sound. Here's the build-up sound. Well, let's get this show on the road. Okay, I'm never saying that again. What we need to do is we need to make the detection of being hit by a set box separate from the detection of the chase logic. Basically, we want it so that no matter if you're being chased by Mickey or not, he'll still kill you. So what we could do is we could create a function in the actual AI script called local function. Let me move my mouse pad closer. Local function hit box check. You'll never guess what this function does. Never. It's actually impossible. I looked it up. You can't. You're too stupid. What we could do is we're going to check every time something hits. So we get the hitbox. If we go up here and define it. Absolutely wonderfully organized, I know. Parts here. No, I already have it defined. I don't think it's particularly good though. That'll be fine. We can do it before the while loop is due. Hitbox dot touched connect hitbox check. And then we could do part. That's the part is the part that hit it. So I want to make sure that this is a player. And if this is a player, we want to get their player object. So we want to do if part dot parent find first child humanoid, and because Mickey Mouse is a humanoid, we're going to do local potential humanoid. If potential humanoid, then if potential humanoid does not equal humanoid, then so we want to make sure we're not counting Mickey Mouse. Then we want to do local function on player touched with their character. And I'll call you humanoid to make things easy. Char, and they're humanoid, sure. Then on player touched, char, humanoid. We also need the player object. So to do that, we could do local player equals player service get player from character char. And we need to set the char here. Local char equals dot parent. This will return us the player. So now we have all the essential components of a player. Their player, their character, and their humanoid. Save their humanoid root part, which we shouldn't need. We might actually need that though. Actually, never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. So when a player touches it, we want to, like I said, teleport them away to an offsite location. So let's define that offsite location. We can just create a sort of box right here, or yeah, we could just set it as a random point. Sure, let's do it right here. returns can collide property off and it's anchored property true. And we'll call this jump scare models a jump scare teleport. And actually, we might want to handle this in the client. Sounds off, right? Why'd you already handle something like this in the client? Because it might be easier. And also, most of this game's architecture is client-sided. So let's go ahead and do that instead. So, well, okay, first we want to cancel all of the events. So we want to do fog remote fire client player true. This will stop it. We want to do IKEA remote. You don't want to cancel on death. No. If there's any other remotes I want to do here, and we want to do player jump scare event fire client player, and what we want to pass in is probably we want to pass in the level ID, which will be level 1. Unfortunately, we might have to manually program this because each jump scare is going to have a little bit of a different sequence, so it might be easier to just pass in level 1 as an ID. You may notice this is oranged out because we actually have not created this remote yet. So let's go and do that. Replicated storage, remotes, new remote, and I'll call this player jump scare event. And I could do local player jump scare event, because remotes wait for child player jump scare event. If we go down here, back to where I was. Fire client player level 1. So we need to go to AI local, and we need to check that. So we need to do here we need to define it too. Local player jump scare event equals remotes wait for child. Remotes wait for child player jump scare event. Player jump scare event dot on client event connect function ID. So we want to do a pre sort of ID thing. We also want ID bounce. Debounce equals false if player debounce. If player debounce equals true, then return end player debounce equals true. Now we got to know. Okay, first thing we have to do is local pre-init. So we need to do I'll create a function local function pre-ID. What this is going to do is going to take the character, and it's going to initiate something called cutscene mode. When cutscene mode is activated, it's going to then teleport the player to the offsite location, which we previously defined, and it's going to, after that, hand over control to ID specific events, which those will then set some other parameters. So let's go ahead and look. Do we already have the player module required? No, that's fine. Modules. It's the script.parent. But I think I'm going to end the stream here because I'm bored. Yep, I know. I know what you're thinking. That's